Hi, Heidi Ho. Welcome back to the Atlanta Falcons franchise. And in today's video, we will be going over some number changes, depth chart edits, as well as roster changes as we get ready for week 1 of the NFL season. So to start us off, I have gone through some players. As you can see, like Juju, I have changed his number. I'm going to go ahead and show all the new number changes. Juju is one of them. We got him rocking number 16 now. I think he looks really good with that. Drake London ends up keeping his number 5. I think it looks really nice on him. McCole Hardman will be coming in at number 12. The wide receivers are the only ones that I actually adjusted numbers. Rome Odunze is coming in with number 13. Jamari Thrash is going to come in at number 11. All right, that's it for the number changes. When it comes to our stats coming out of preseason, Desmond Ridder going to be coming in as our starting quarterback. He's thrown only 1 touchdown in 4 games. Not the greatest. 3 games, I think. 300 yards. No picks. Not terrible. Taylor Heineke coming in back up with 2 picks. Running the ball. 4.1 average is not that bad. I did not mean to go into you. 4.1 average, 78 yards. 70 from Tyler Algier as well. And then McClellan, the rookie's averaging 1.3. So he's probably not going to be getting too many carries going into the new season. Receiving wise, McCole Hardman Jr. coming in with 170 through the games. Drake London with 115 and Jonnu Smith at 70. Honestly, we're able to get the ball out pretty good. Rome Odunze, rookie wide receiver, is doing pretty all right. 5 for 63 in preseason. We love to see it. Defensively, Kazir White leads us in tackles. TFLs, we get led by Grady Jarrett. And sacks, we have David Onowamenta. I don't know if I said that right, with 1.5 and 3 picks in preseason as well. Coming into the regular season, we will be missing David Onyemata, who will be out with 5 weeks due to a broken thumb. We have a torn meniscus for Jace McClellan as well. He will not be playing for the first half of the season as well. So unfortunate injuries. We do have a trade offer. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that. They're interested in Jonnu Smith, 29 years old. We'll see what they're offering. Honestly, that's abysmal. We're going to just ignore that the Colts offered that as we get into player cuts. Now, this is going to be relatively easy because, first season. But let's go ahead. I'm going to go through every position, and I will let y'all know who ends up getting cut from the active roster, who moves to practice squad, and so on. Okay, we're going to start by moving Josh Ally to the practice squad, and we're going to cut Frank Darby. They're just a little low overall, and not going to lie, I kind of like our main 4 receivers. So I can't imagine they're going to be getting too much playing time. We are also going to go ahead and cut Parker Hesse. We really don't need someone that low overall. All right, we're going to cut John Leglu as well. All right, we're going to cut Lucas Dennis, 59 overall. Probably not going to see the field. Okay, after going through and making the cuts that I wished to make, we still have, I think, 6 people we got to go through. So I'll let y'all know what we end up making a decision on. All right, we're going to cut Mofo Elfler, as well as Odontakumbo, as well as Adentakumbo Agodondeji. Fuck. All right, we're going to go away from Damon Harris. We're going to move away from D'Angelo Malone as well. We're going to go ahead and cut him and get the million for thing. We've moved DJ Wananaman to right outside linebacker so that we have halfway decent depth. I'm going to cut Justin Ellis as well, 33 years old, 65 overall. Probably not going to see the light of day too much, big fella. And I think I'm going to do the same thing with Carlos Davis, 78, 63 overall, or 28, 63 overall. I don't think we're going to be able to keep him on the roster, as that's I'm going to go ahead and adjust our depth chart, and I'll show you what we're looking at as we go into the season. For our starters to go into the season, we're going to be starting with Desmond Ridder at quarterback, Bijan Robinson at running back. We're going to have Drake London and Juju Smith-Schuster be starting out as our main 2 wide receiver, with Rome Odunze coming in as our 3rd. Kyle Pitts will be starting at tight end for us. You can see the offensive line. We got nothing lower than a star. We need to improve it slowly, but right now I think it will do. Our defensive starters, we have Okawara, Jarrett, and Ford to be starting as our edge rushers. Our starting corners are going to be Terrell Jr. as well as Okoda. I think his name is Josh. I will get these people's names, I promise. Give me just a little bit of time if you don't mind. Starting strong safety is Grant. We have Turner at left outside linebacker, Ellis at middle linebacker 1, and Kazir White at 2. Bekti comes in as our starting right outside linebacker, and Jesse Bates is going to be our starting safety. Kick returns going to be handled by McCole Hardman Jr. And for specialists, you can just take a look if you're curious. All right, we get to set our season goal now. I'm just going to be right in the middle. I wanted 7 wins. If we can achieve that, I would be happy. To put it bluntly, our team at quarterback, I think, is going to be our worst issue. We're going to auto-generate rookies because I'm not worried about it. And we actually have some quarterbacks to look out for. So if we're finishing up there, we might be able to get someone. All right, when it comes to our scouts in the draft, we are primarily going to be looking for a quarterback as stated. Don't want to be going with the Desmond Ridder project forever unless he somehow turns out great. We also need more edge rushers. Ours are getting old and need help. So we got 2 people. We have 2 people, Sophia and Lynn, are going to be focusing on edge rushers and some facet, rushing quarterback, rushing runs, all of that. For the Southeast and Central, we're going to be focused on middle linebacker and safety. We have 2 middle linebackers. They're both high 70s, but not anything to be knocked away by. Cornerback is also going to be focused on as well because you can never have too many corners necessarily. That's going to be our scout setup, what is going to be our key for opening day. They're going to ask, what do we want to do? I think offense is going to be our primary focus. I think if we can get a run game going, our passing game can kind of come from behind with that. So I definitely think we can get Bijan Robinson up there to like 150 at least. So that I'm not really concerned about. Coming against the Giants, we'll be getting our first look at Caleb Williams and Saquon Barkley to start the year. I don't know anything about Caleb Williams, so right now I think the primary thing to do is just try to make sure Saquon doesn't run all over us. For our offense, I think the primary goal is going to be running it outside and trying to avoid Dexter Lawrence. I will be playing with the Sabo's My Franchise mod, so all the progression will be done through that, as well as their CPU versus CPU mod. Since we are playing with mods, I will link the Discord in the description. I will be playing with many different mods, so they will all be like pointed out in the description, so please go check it out if you are interested. I hope everyone's ready as we get underway with our Madden 24 Falcons franchise. Here comes week 1 as we get ready to face on the New York Giants. Hey there, everyone. Unfortunately, I need to interject here. Footage for the game has been lost. It got corrupted while I was recording it. I don't know exactly what happened. I'm currently looking to see to make sure this problem doesn't come back up. So unfortunately, lost week 1's footage, but we will be taking up into week 2. I hope y'all are enjoying the video. And again, I am sorry that we lost the footage. So I hope you do enjoy. I hope everything goes well from here on out. Thank you guys, and I hope y'all understand. Hi, Heidi ho, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be going back into the Atlanta Falcons franchise with Phil Bottoms and this God Squad of a team. If you did miss the last game, we are going to be going over some stats, how we looked after last game, and the breakout and everything going into next game. All right, so after last week's game, we were unable to get the win, forcing a tie, but Desmond Ridder, who I was not expecting to do as well, almost 400 yards with 2 touchdowns. If we could get maybe more efficiency out of him, I think we could potentially have a quarterback to like rely on for a little bit, and that might help our focus. He also was able to scramble for 36. I think we need to get Bijan Robinson more touches personally, because for him to only have 32 yards and 16 attempts, that just looks more abysmal than I thought he would be doing coming into this season. Our star receiver from last week was a tie between Drake London and Juju Smith-Schuster. Juju had a huge catch early on in the game, and he had a touchdown, while McCole Hardman also had a touchdown, but only 2 receivers over 100. To be fair, this is from 1 game. That's incredible production from both of them. We were unable, unfortunately, to keep them out of the backfield. Jake Mathis at left tackle letting up 5 sacks is not what you want to see. So I think potentially looking in at O-line might help a ton. We did have to go against Dexter Lawrence and the Giants, so that explains a lot. Speaking of the Giants, Kazir White was doing a really good job helping us with Saquon. We had him managed under the game, but not too good, apparently. Arnold I'm just gonna led us in tackles for loss with 2 players getting 1.5 sack. Dallas Turner, our rookie, has been playing phenomenal, and I expect some great things from him. He was tearing up the backfield, being great in the run and in the pass, so I love to see that, and I think everyone else does too, getting 5 tackles and a sack and a half. We were able to pick off the Giants once with Jesse Bates. That was a catch in the back of the end zone. Last week we went against Caleb Williams and the Giants, and for a rookie, he played okay, 1 for 1 on 62% for almost 300 yards. He played actually pretty well. We held Saquon under check until the 4th quarter, where he just went off on us, and Caleb Williams was able to get a ton of yards on his feet as well. Like, it looks like 19 is not a ton, but like, he only ran it twice, and both of those runs caught me off guard. Darren Waller ended up being their leading receiver, with Tony and Darius Slayton not getting any touchdowns either. It was a pretty close game. They did a much better job keeping us out of backfield. Looks like both of our left tackles did struggle. However, this is a new week with a new challenge. They're still offering us trades for Jonnu Smith, which I don't think I'm going to be pulling the trigger, but we have a breakout defensive back chance, Jeff Okudah. Coach, I just want to say I really like the defensive scheme that you've been running recently. Last week was the best game I've played all year. It's the first game you played all year. I feel like I'm finally figuring things out, you know. Another game like last week, and man, I feel like I've arrived. Well, if Jeff Okudah can do pretty good, he's looking for either an interception, forced fumble, whatever, or under 200 passing yards from the Buccaneers. I don't think that's going to be easy necessarily. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, that's just going to happen, you know, because we quite frankly don't know. In today's game, we will be going up against Bo Nix and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He has thrown only 2 interceptions, no touchdowns, so maybe we have a chance to have Jeff Okudah break out for us. Bo Nix also leading them in rushing is not the greatest sign. Kareem Hunt's probably their backup with Rashad White as their starter, but it looks like if we're able to keep them under wraps, we're probably able to, not the Cardinals, but if we're able to keep the running game under wraps, it looks like the passing game is going to struggle from there. I keep pressing the wrong button. Yep, star receiver being Mike Evans with 84 yards and no one else over 50. Yeah, I think the thing to do is, of course, to probably just try to shut down Mike Evans and Rashad White as best as possible. Defensively, Shaquille Barrett is probably our biggest stressor when it comes to off the edge pressure for running, and of course, same thing with edge pressure for sacks. Their defense isn't much of what they used to have, but it's still got Levante Davis. It's still got Antonio Winfield. Shaquille Barrett's pretty good. Bryce Hall. Like, these are some pretty good people. So I think their defense is worth keeping an eye on, and we'll see what Desmond Ridder and company can do. Coming into the game, I think the weekly strategy will be trying to stop the run. I don't know why they have Russell Gage as the running thing. They have Rashad White, and I think we just try to stop the in between the hashes. That's probably going to be our toughest struggle, if I had to guess. For our offensive scheme, I think the best thing to do is probably to focus on either medium or deep, and I think I want to try to get the deep ball going, because if we can get the deep ball started and get it working, I think that's going to open up our offense a lot. I'd like to welcome everyone to week 2 of the NFL season. Hello everyone, and welcome to this night's matchup against the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As you saw just a moment ago, Drake London is looking to have yet another big time performance like he did last night, or last week I should state, but it looks like our teams are getting ready and getting underway as we get ready for the kickoff ourselves. I hope you're ready everyone as we get set and get underway. Young Waku sets us off for this week 2 matchup. Buccaneers have a chance to return the ball out of their goal line, and with a broken tackle, they get shut down the 19-20 yard line as we get a chance to look at Bo Nix as he comes out and leads this offense. See what this rookie is able to do. He's struggled so far after week 1, throwing 2 interceptions, no touchdowns for only 240. We will be interested to see what he is able to do with his Tampa Bay offense here tonight. 1st and 10 now. They run with Rachaad White, who breaks a tackle and then quickly gets brought down by backup. Rachaad White looking to have a big game with David Onyemata being out for 3 weeks. That hand injury is probably going to hurt their chances of run defense a little bit, as on 2nd down, they run it again, and that one gets a 1st down. Kazir White on the tackle as Dallas Turner, my bad. I saw the wrong person in the wrong area. The rookie Dallas Turner with his 1st impact on the game. Mistake my blunder as Bo Nix calls an audible here on 1st down. Rachaad White's gotten the ball twice in a row. See, as Nix looks to throw, and he's got a man over the middle, and that's a huge pickup. Bo Nix for 29 on his 1st throw and catch of the game. And that's Oten with his 1st reception as well. Richie Grant on the tackle. Bo Nix just has time in the pocket. He's gonna get it to where he needs to get it, you know? You're open. He spent enough time in college to be able to find a man open. As play action here on 1st and 10. Fired over the middle, caught, and brought down around the 20 with a flag. We get an offensive holding penalty, as this one's going to be coming back for a long 1st down attempt. You really don't want to see that on a 1st down, especially a huge pickup. On 1st and 20, we get a catch to Mike Evans for his 1st of the night. He had 85 on the last game, unable to get into the end zone because Bo Nix was too busy getting picked off. See what changes here as we have a 2nd and 14, my blunder. Run with White, and White tries to make a man miss and gets it up for a good little pickup. 3rd and 4 now. Not gonna lie, can't tell how many yards that was. Drink your water, kids. 3rd and 4. Nix got a man. Another 1st down there. Bo Nix playing pretty aight right now. 1st and 10, screen pass successful. Rachaad White gets the 1st down and a little bit more, getting up to the 5. Bo Nix perfect on the day and trusting in his receivers and in his playmakers. AJ Terrell there with the tackle. We have a 1st and 10 opportunity for Tampa Bay. Snaps given to Kareem Hunt, who gets brought down after a gain of 2. Interesting to see what Tampa's going to be doing here now. 2nd and goal, about 3 or 4 yards away. Say 3. And off to White, who tries to make a man miss and falls forward. Jesse Bates doesn't fall for it and only holds him to a gain of 1. Interesting to see. 3rd and goal opportunity. Handoff. Hunt tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Poona Ford with the TFL. Kick is up here, and it's good, giving them a 3-0 lead. Here comes Desmond Ridder now on offense. We'll see what him and his Atlanta Falcons are able to do. 2 touchdowns for 395 last game. Efficiency really being his only question coming into this game. As we have 1st and 10 now. Ridder looks to throw. Scrambles to his left and gets it to Kyle Pitts. 5 yards for Atlanta on their first drive or first play of the day. Audible now for Ridder on 2nd and 5. See what Atlanta calls, and we get a penalty, free play, 1st down. And as I stated, that's going to be a free play as another 1st down opportunity anyways. Maybe stretch the field a little bit on the free play scenario, but we get a lot of offside movement. We'll see what the refs are calling this one. 2 people reacting to 1 person moving is kind of weird, but we'll respect the ref's call as we have a 1st and 15 after the flag. Run for Robinson, makes a man miss, and that one's an 8-yard run. And handoff to Robinson, who is brought down after another short pickup. Desmond Ridder, alone in the backfield, needs 3. Gets it to London, who's got 3 and more. 1st and 10 now. Tampa Bay's side of the field. Atlanta's been marching pretty well as they run again with Bijan Robinson, who's able to get 3. We see some stretching of the field, another run. Bijan Robinson stutters a little bit, but they're going to get it up with a 3rd and 4 opportunity. There's a lot of talk over there now. 3rd and 4. Desmond Ridder needs 4, fires deep, and what a hit. Juju tries to go up for it and gets hit as he goes up. Unfortunate to see. Some distraction as the kick gets up, and it is... I didn't see. Was it good? No good? I think it was good. It was good. 3-3 ball game now as Bo Nix and his offense take the field. We'll see what happens as Dallas Turner gets offsides, and Jesse Bates gets pulverized by Rachaad White. 2 bad things happen, same play. I already did this job for you, ref. You don't got to worry about it. Dallas Turner jumps off sides, and Jesse Bates gets punched in the mouth. Bo Nix now with an empty backfield. See what Tampa Bay does here on a 1st and 10. Nix scrambles to his right and fires on the move, incomplete. Tampa Bay now, 2nd and 10. They're going to hand it off to Hunt. Hunt gets tackled quickly in the backfield. Ebiketie there. 3rd and 12 now. We'll see what this Tampa offense has, and the Atlanta defense can stop as the quick screen gets tackled for a short gain at best. We pick up in the normal sim now as Kyle Pitts gets 7 on 1st down, and we get 3 with Robinson on 2nd. 3rd and 1 is going to be a sack. Not what you would like to see, forcing us to give them the ball back. Alrighty, so an interception by Jeff Okudah for 50 yards. That's probably going to give him his dev trait. Love to see it. Wanted to get some simulation done, but it looks like we're coming back in with the offense. We owe a big thank you to Jeff as 1st and 10 now. Their side of the 20 as spin move. Robinson goes nowhere. You gotta think maybe if Juju didn't get in the way, there's maybe more space, but hey, we'll take that 1st down run for Bijan. 2nd and 5 now. Ridder looks to throw. Fires outside. Juju with the catch and more. Way to stay in and bound from Juju. He gets 10 on his 1st catch of the night. Incredible to see. 1st and goal now, needing 4. Ridder looks to throw. Scrambles, fires, incomplete. A lot of traffic for Juju again, who is, if y'all would have seen it, Juju's definitely his favorite target when it comes to like contested balls. We'll see if he can answer it. Bijan Robinson now gets swallowed up in the backfield. I think we went backwards a yard. 3rd and goal. Ridder looks to scramble, and he gets swallowed up by 2 big red men. And that's going to force us to have to take 3. We pick back up with Bo Nix and the Tampa Bay offense. They just got a running 1st down, and we'll see what they can do here as Rachaad White goes nowhere that time. Huge free agent signing for Kazir White there, and we'll see what Dallas Turner can do here. I'm expecting a sack from here in this play. Nope. They're going to run it with Hunt, who gets tackled after a short gain of 3. No, that was much more than 3. Let's acknowledge he had a really good game there. It was like 2nd and 12. 3rd and 7 now. We'll see what Tampa can do. Bo Nix looks to throw. Pressure coming, and he barely gets it out. He's thrown 1 interception already. I'm hoping we can see another one, as that's going to force them to punt on 4th down. We pick back up with our offense now with a long field to go before we go into the halftime show, as Bijan Robinson with a big pickup. 14 or 15 there, and Levante David doesn't look okay. He started to move, which is a good sign, but he was down for a minute, as you hope to see that he's okay. We get a 1st and 10 now at the 25. Ridder looks to throw. He's got a man middle. Juju gets tackled quickly after the catch. And after that catch, we go to our 2-minute warning. Tampa down 3. 2 minutes left to go. Atlanta has the football. See what they do. 1st and 10. Ridder scrambles, fires. That one's knocked down. That looked like a dangerous ball to throw. Don't want to see that, as we get a 2nd and 10 opportunity. Ridder looks to throw. Got a man, fires, and that one's caught for 10, but they're only going to give him 9. Dinglehopper's about the size of my wiener across the goal line. And Ridder looks to throw. 3rd and inches. Fires deep. Caught. Drake London with a face mask. Ref, what is that?
Personal foul.
Thank you. Yeah, you can't do that, buddy. Can't do that. Nah. Desmond Ridder now, 1st and goal. Atlanta looking to take a huge lead. Jonnu Smith with the touchdown. Atlanta scores. Let me see you get jiggy with it. No? Just want people to see you? Well, I see you. You're acknowledged. We the ones. And with the extra point, that's going to make Atlanta have a 3-point or a 10-point lead. My bad. As Tampa Bay has an opportunity to score before halftime. Returnable. It's 20. And there's going to be a flag, but down at the 23. Man, they got holding problems. I didn't change. So the first game had a ton of holding penalties. That I'm kind of glad y'all don't see, as this one gets caught by Mike Evans down the sideline. Oh my God, if it wasn't for Jesse Bates, that'd be a touchdown. What are we doing, guys? Anywho, the first game had a ton of holding penalties from both offenses. This one looks much cleaner, much better, as Bo Nix makes a move and gets smacked. I don't know, but it looked like Dallas Turner kind of just punched him in the face. Kazir White gets credited with the tackle as he looks to throw again. Nix gets pressured, and that's a huge sack. This man is getting bullied by this Atlanta front. Like, ain't. Bo Nix looks to throw. 3rd and 15, needs all of it, and that one is caught. What a catch. It's unfortunate that doesn't get credited for much, but that's an incredible catch. Let's take a look at this catch from, like, Franklin once again. So, like, look at that. That is incredible focus on the ball, where it is going to be placed, all of that. So he has AJ, like, right on him. Bo Nix throws it just laser, and he just, unfortunately, he's a yard short, but that is still an incredible body control catch. Oh my God, that's incredible to look at. Following the halftime kickoff, we have a 1st and 10 with the Atlanta Falcons. Bijan Robinson runs, and Vita Vea is there to quickly meet him. So after that incredible drive, not much to talk about in the first quarter, but in the second quarter, going down, scoring a touchdown, giving you a 10-point lead, which eventually gets cut down to 7. Pretty incredible, as the run to Robinson again gets tackled quickly after a gain of 3. We'll give them the gain at least this time. But you got to think, if you're Atlanta, you're feeling pretty good to be the away team, to be leading. I would imagine, as Desmond Ridder gets pressured, makes a little shimmy, and that's going to be short. He gets 7. He needs 8, forcing us to punt. Following a 47-yard punt, we have Bo Nix and his offense now after trying to do something, and we have movement on the line. I'll wait.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Napuna Ford. Nope, that's Grady Jarrett. I looked away, honestly. I was trying to talk. I didn't really look. 1st and 5 now for the Tampa Bay offense, as I was saying. For them, they came close, inevitably short of getting a touchdown, but still to walk away with points, as that one's caught. That's a huge catch. No one in front of him, just green grass. Oh, what a tackle. Touchdown saving tackle there. I didn't see who got... Oh, thank you so much, Grant. Richie Grant with the touchdown saving tackle, but you got to think, what happened here? You got D on him. D don't know what's going on. He's like, D. Like, come on, man. Touchdown opportunity here for Tampa. With the snap, Nix looks to get it. And pressured, fires, back of the end zone, caught. Man gets his touchdown anyway. Franklin had a huge catch. Now he's got a touchdown. Oh, my God. What a throwing catch anyways. Can we get a replay of that catch, please? Yeah, look, just beautiful throw. That is just, woo. Great body control. Way to keep the feet in bounds. Very nice. The extra point got missed. Oh my God. I was just gonna skip this. Oh my dimmadome. So following the touchdown with no extra point because they missed, we are up by 1. We'll see what Atlanta can do here. 1st and 10 opportunity. Play action. Ridder fires. Got some man. Jonnu Smith who tries to make a man miss, and they're saying he's injured. We're going to hope that it's nothing too serious, considering he was celebrating. I don't like they sitting on the sideline. We'll get word of that later on. Hopefully nothing too severe, as he gets us a 1st and 10 on their side of the 50. Handoff, Robinson. Bijan tackled for after a gain of 5. Ritter hands the ball off. Green grass a little bit. We'll take a little bit of green grass, as that looked like a gain of 6 or 7. Robinson gets us a 1st down. Thank you, Bijan. 1st and 10 now for Atlanta. Knocking on the red zone. Knock, knock. Bijan Robinson gets tackled after a gain of nothing. Nothing. See what we've got, as run with Algier goes somewhere. Gain of all of it. Ritter looks to throw. Got Algier, who gets tackled quickly after a gain of 1. All right, we'll see what Ritter does here in the Atlanta does, as Robinson gets pulverized. He gets smacked right in the gut, as we have a 3rd and 9 now. Desmond Ritter alone in the backfield, so you know it's going to be a pass. Need 9. Fires deep. Touchdown. Caught! They're going to say out of bounds. They're going to say Juju was out of bounds. Nah, we got to challenge that. And Atlanta does. The challenge flag has been thrown. We're going to get another look at that. Does Juju have both feet in possession? So we see he has possession of the football. That's a given. So he's got it. 1. No. That is 2 feet out. Atlanta, looks like the challenge is not going to be 1.
A few moments later.
They're giving them the touchdown. Oh my. Extra point following the challenged touchdown. I think we're going to get another replay of it after this extra point. Rachaad White has had a pretty good game, but they're holding him pretty quiet. Only 3.6 this game. Okay, so I was going to show y'all the pass that we got from Juju, but unfortunately that's not available because it was originally incomplete, that they waived it, and then they waived it as a touchdown. So unfortunately we don't get that. Tampa Bay, following the huge touchdown from Desmond Ritter and Juju Smith-Schuster, with a run from Rachaad White. As we stated, he's had a pretty good game, as Nate Davis is coming out for Tampa Bay. I just want to talk about that touchdown, man. Juju to keep the body control. That's incredible, as Bo Nix finds a man who I think wanted to run backward. He's only thrown the ball 14 times. That's incredible, considering it doesn't seem like he's had too many bad throws. Bo Nix looks to throw the ball deep this time. He's got a man. Touch him. Thank you. What are we doing? Can someone cover Franklin? Anyone cover Franklin? Because good God, Bo Nix is out here looking like prime Peyton Manning because of Franklin. Bo Nix looks to... No, they're going to run it. Rachaad White knocks one man off after a gain of 5. 2nd and 5 now for Tampa. Bo Nix hands it. Nope, play action. 2 steps, fires to the tight end. They're going to say... They're going to say he got 5, but they're going to say the ball didn't pass the line for some reason. There's a lot of inches called in this. I guess they really like their specifics. I think the refs are compensating, as this one's a run. Yeah, and that's definitely a 1st down that time. First tackle on the game is heavy set by the looks of it. Kareem Hunt, outside run, and that one goes for 5. Now, Tampa, they were able to get a touchdown their last drive out as they're approaching the red zone. You got to think that's what they want to do here, as there's movement on the line. All right, and the offense is going to be going backwards 5, but they get a touchdown their first drive out, and they're knocking on that red zone just a little over 30 yards away. Actually, much less now. Thank you, Rachaad White, who has got 71 now on the game. Jeff Okudah with his first tackle. Love to see it. He's got an interception and a tackle on the game. Those are his stat lines. Love to see it. 1st and 10 now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Run with Hunt. They're realizing that the run game has been unstoppable. Maybe you stick with it. We've been able to slow down Kareem Hunt as Kazir White gets the tackle, but we have not been able to necessarily stop or slow down Rachaad White, who is going to get it here and has a man miss, and that's his first touchdown of the game. Exactly what I'm talking about. Rachaad White, touchdown Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're going to be going for 2, actually. Tampa Bay goes for 2 now. trying to make it a tie ball game after missing the extra point, and that one's going to be incomplete. Someone finally chose to cover him as he got absolutely blasted on the catch. Franklin unable to hold on to it through the contact. With the Tampa Bay offense, though, and now that their defense is coming back out, but like with them to be able to get 2 touchdowns back-to-back drives, you got to think maybe the offense has woken up. McCall Hardman almost had a huge return there. He gets it to the 30, maybe the 31. That was almost exciting as Desmond Ridder and the Atlanta Falcons, my bad, come back out. Atlanta now, 1st and 10. They got a touchdown their last play. They had to challenge it with the referees as they run with Robinson, and that one gets swallowed for a very minuscule to no gain. He only has 54. He's been pretty quiet since the halftime break. 2nd and 10 now. We'll see if they take a snap. They do. Run with Bijan, who gets stopped by his own lineman. That probably would have went further if Atlanta could stop shooting themselves in the foot. Leading at the moment, surprisingly, Atlanta 20-18 into the 3rd quarter. As we get started in the 4th quarter now, last quarter of the ball game, 3rd and 8. Atlanta has the ball as Ridder looks to pass deep, and that one's caught. And guess who that is? Rome Odunze with, I believe, his first catch of this game. Huge one, to say the least, and we'll see if they try to get him more open or if he's able to find the ball more. Leading, though, we'll see if they try to play a little conservative as there's motion now. Atlanta hand off the ball. Bijan Robinson got open daylight, makes a man miss, and gets tackled. He's got 72 now. Not doing anything electric, but doing enough. If both teams' running backs keep them in this game, it'd be great to see. Robinson gets tackled quickly this time, though. Nice. 69 yards. Let's see what Ridder can do here as he scrambles, fires. That one's caught by Kyle Pitts. Desmond Ridder, 4 for 19, 201 and a touchdown. Kyle Pitts has 4 this game alone. He was pretty quiet the first game, pretty quiet stat-wise in general, but this game he's done pretty well as Ridder fires quickly incomplete. 2nd and 10 now for Atlanta. We'll see what Phil Bottoms draws up as Ridder scrambles and fires out of bounds. If there's anything you can kind of say with confidence about this Atlanta team, it's that their offensive line does them no favors. With a 3rd and 10 looking to score here, Ridder scrambles and fires, and that one's batted away. He's got to put a lot more air underneath that one as Atlanta's going to settle with a kick. But if you want to get that ball to roam there, you gotta throw it up. You got to throw it over your linebacker. Levante David is a top-tier linebacker. He will find a way to get to that ball. You just got to do better ball placement as a quarterback there as Atlanta gets 3. You got to think they've been able to keep pace, scoring their last 2 drives as well. We'll see if they're able to take a lead here in the 4th quarter. Bo Nix fires, and that one's boggled and incomplete as 2nd and 10 now. Tampa Bay looks to throw. Bo Nix fires, and that one gets knocked down. You love to see it. AJ Terrell playing his part real well. I definitely like to see it as we have Kazir White on Franklin by the looks of it. I don't like that. And that one's a deep ball picked off Jesse Bates. There is a flag. We'll see if we get brought back. Jesse Bates makes a man miss and steps out of bounds. Penalty, though.
Pass interference. Defense.
Dang it. Pass interference. Come on, Jesse. I didn't see any. BS, ref. BS. I'm playing with a lighter. Don't judge me. All right, handoff Rashad White after the interception that got called back. He's got 91 and a touchdown now on the game after a gain of 5. I'm not salty, you're salty. Tampa Bay now, 2nd and 5. See what Bo Nix does. They hand it off instead, and White gets brought down after a gain of 4. Man's really good at falling forward. A Becky with another tackle. Tampa was going to be the team that I rebuilt, honestly. I was really close to choosing Tampa. I chose Atlanta purely because they had some, and that's a first down catch. But I chose Atlanta because I felt like it was a better rebuild team as Rashad White gets the run here and gets 2 after the first down run catch. But I liked the jersey opportunities more, even their base jerseys, not to mention their modded ones as you see here. But I chose Atlanta purely for mainly the rebuild, as Bo Nix fires there, and that one's another first down. But with Tampa Bay, they have a huge running back. They have some good pieces you can trade, and like, I think Tampa Bay would have been an easier one, as Franklin gets the catch there. He gets 4. But Tampa Bay, I think, would have been an easier rebuilt team rather than the Atlanta Falcons. I think they're a little harder. They take a little more in-depth focus, as Kareem Hunt goes nowhere. As a 3rd and 7 now for Tampa Bay. Now that I'm sorry to talk about personal things, we'll get back to gameplay. 3rd and 7. Bo Nix looks to throw. Everyone's covered and incomplete. Tries to get it in the end zone, and that one's just a little too far out in front of his receiver. Tampa Bay is going to be trying to get a field goal here. Try to go 21-23, and it's good. Here comes Desmond Ridder and company. After getting 3 their last drive, you got to think they want more this time. I'm probably starving for another 6. He's done pretty well, so has his O-line and his skill groups, as they're probably going to run it here, and they do. I think that play's too recognizable. I might go into the playbook and take that out because, God, I hate that play. 2nd and 13 now. Handoff to Juju with daylight and 1 yard. A little too slow for Juju. I think that was a good play. I just sad it didn't work. 3rd and 12 now. We'll see what Atlanta draws up. Ridder to throw. Pressured. Makes a man miss and fires out of bounds. Able to break a sack. I'll take it. But honestly, I'd like you to be able to see that man a little sooner. All right, Tampa Bay coming back out. They have scored on every drive so far in the second half, as they have a chance here. 1st and 10. They've got Franklin, who gets up to the 49. Bo Nix has been pretty good. He hasn't been great, but he's been pretty good for this Tampa offense. They're down 2, looking to score now. Bo Nix looks to throw. Got a man, fires, and that one's complete. Franklin again. It looks like Franklin might be their new top target. 83 for him tonight. Kazir White with his 9th tackle. Bo Nix, empty backfield. Pressure coming, fires, and that one's complete. Rashad White with the catch. Sorry, brain fog. And with the run the next play. So they're probably just going to try to play for the field goal by the looks of it. 2nd and 9 now. It'd be a long one if they want to get it from here. Bo Nix now. Nope, they're going to hand it off, and that's going to be a first down run. Tampa Bay, no huddle now, as Bo Nix calls an audible. I thought they were going to just run the clock, get the 3, call it a day, as he looks to pass with pressure in his face, and that's a touchdown. Huge touchdown for Tampa Bay and Bo Nix, with his 2nd of the game, giving them a 4th quarter lead. Oh my God. I don't want to see this. Bruh, get this out of my face. Russell, get out of my face. All right, extra point is up, and it is good. Nope, missed it. I don't give a fuck. All right, 27-23. Atlanta getting the ball back. McCole Hardman Jr. Return this for a touchdown right now, and I will kiss a goldfish. And nope, he gets it to the 20. We'll see what Desmond Ridder and company can do as they come back out. All right, boys, we need a miracle. As I said, that Tampa Bay offense has scored every time they've had the ball this 4th quarter, as Ridder looks to throw here. First time being down this game. Pressure coming, and that's not what I want to see. Huge sack for Tampa. Just call a timeout. Why do we run no huddle after a sack? Oh, my God. 40 seconds left. 2nd and 17. That's going to be Rome Odunze's 2nd catch, and he gets good yardage. Should have called a timeout the first time instead of running no huddle, but who cares? 17 seconds, we're off the clock. Ridder looks to throw, 3rd and 6. Fires to the running back, need it out of bounds, and they do go out of bounds. Drake Matthews is coming out with an injury. Oh my God, there's so much going on. All right, 1st and 10 now, 29 seconds left. I don't want to see no Hail Marys here. Ridder looks to throw, gets it to his running back. We're going to be out of bounds, timeout. Oh my God. 2nd and 4, we're at our own 39, 38. Ridder, he needs a lot of... Nope, that's bad. That's real bad. Hail Marys. That's her own... How'd we lose this game? How did we lose this game? 4th and 13 now. 4th and 13. 14 seconds left in the ball game. Everyone knows this ball is going to be flying really deep. There it goes. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. He's open, and that's the end of the ball game. He dropped it. McCall Hardman Jr. just dropped the shoot. We would have lost anyways. Bo Nix nails the ball. That's going to be it. Tampa Bay walks out with a huge win over Atlanta. I have a simulation bug. We're not going to talk about it. 27-23. Good to see. Bo Nix played really well. Like, he threw 2 interceptions, or what should have been 2 interceptions, but I didn't expect him to play this well against our secondary. I expected us to do a little bit better. Desmond Ridder, inefficiency, it seems to be the story of his career, so quarterback is still going to be our focus going into the draft as of right now. When it comes to running the ball, on 20 attempts, I would expect someone to have more than 66 yards. So Bijan Robinson's not getting a ton of separation. I think a lot of that comes to do with our bad passing game, honestly. For passing, our reception leader was Kyle Pitts with 4. We weren't able to get it to anyone. Drake London only had 2 catches. Romo Dunze only had 2. Juju had 3. Like, we were not getting the ball to any of our playmakers, with no one even over, like, only one person over 50 yards, and that's Drake, who barely even got the ball. Jonnu Smith had a touchdown. I recognize that they didn't give Juju his touchdown, or Kyle or Desmond Ridder, even though they both had one too, which is kind of upsetting, but I guess that's the price you got to pay. Defensively, we saw Kazir White was getting all of the tackles, him and Jesse Bates, I guess, with 11 and 10 respectively. TFL leader goes to Puna Ford, who is coming in and also getting our only sack of the day. When it comes to Jeff Okuda, he was able to get like 2 tackles. He had his interception, so I'm hoping to see that development increase. As I want to talk about Dallas, he had 3 tackles, but a really quiet game from him today. I wanted him to do much more, and he had just a really quiet game as well. We had 1 kick return that was almost phenomenal, but nothing too spectacular. And we're going to get our animation. So Tampa Bay walks away with a victory here, guys. Unfortunately, I don't know how we lost this. I'm not gonna lie. I still have no idea how we lost this game. I understand how we lost. Like, I know how it happened. Bo Nix just turned into the second coming of Peyton Manning, and like, we couldn't cover one dude named Franklin. Man out here like the kite instead of flying the kite. Old Ben Frank. After that unfortunate, disappointing comeback loss, we get absolutely no franchise points. And from our breakout player, Coach, I put in a lot of work this year, and it's finally starting to see the results on the field. I appreciate you putting my talents to good use. Jeff Okuda is going to be a star development player. I have a lot of hope in him, and that's 20,000 experience for all D-backs. Let's go. Okay, going into next week, we'll be looking in at the mock draft, choosing focus players, and I will be showing y'all some of my scouting that I have done. I do look forward to that. We got some open players, and I might start looking into some trades. So that's all the time I have for this video. Unfortunately, I did have some issues and I did have some setbacks, but if you did enjoy it, please hit that subscribe button. And if you do like it and you don't want to miss any content that I'm posting, then hit the notification bell. You'll stay up to date on everything that I do. And of course, if you are at all new to the channel and you like the content, you can hit that like button. We got a long road ahead of us. If you are at all excited, let me know, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Pieces, everyone.